Hi everybody, welcome to the Jayda InStitches show and welcome to a summery edition. Today we are going to talk about how we can embellish our sun hats. Ones you may already have lying around, freshen it up, give it a new life, or you can even pick up a really cheap one and dress it up. I have been seeing these embellished sun hats all over the place lately. They're on Pinterest, they're in the shops. I thought they were so cute and the penny dropped a little while ago and I thought, we could just do this ourselves. So today we're going to show you a very familiar little star pattern that we use quite a bit here on the show, but I'm going to show you how it looks when you use a crochet thread or a sock weight yarn and a smaller hook. Now if you find it difficult to follow this particular tutorial, we do have the exact same tutorial using a bigger hook and bigger yarn, and we'll link that down below if you need to see it a little larger. But today we're going to focus on tiny little thread appliques that you can sew or glue onto an existing sun hat. Dress it up, make it look really pretty, and hit the beach. So let's grab our hooks, grab our crochet thread or our sock weight yarn. We'll head on into the craft table and we will stitch up some stars together. In order to make our little star decals, or if you wanted to downsize any little applique, this is a fun size yarn or crochet thread to use. So this is a crochet thread. It's a size 3 thread, which means that it's fairly small, but not as small as the stuff comes. But a size 1 sock weight yarn is roughly the same weight and can be used for a project like this. Cotton, wool, acrylic, it doesn't matter what the fiber is, because chances are you're going to treat it a bit like a sticker and it's going to go permanently onto your sun hat. You need a pair of scissors, a yarn needle, and the hook I'm using today is a 2.25 millimeter or a B. So this is a smaller hook, but you can use any of the small hooks that you feel you are comfortable using and that make a nice small stitch with the yarn weight that you've chosen. And once you've got all that together, we can get started. Visit our shop and purchase a pattern. You'll help support our show. And we'll put a link to our shop in the description box down below. Take your crochet thread or your very fine fingering weight yarn, and we're going to make a cinch circle. Once you've chained 1 to secure your circle, you want to work 5 single crochet into that circle. Remember, you are working over top of that little short tail because that's how we're going to cinch our circle shut. And when you're working small like this, it's a good idea to just work slowly until you get used to the small weight yarn and the smaller hook size. Once you've worked 5 single crochet into your little cinch circle, you're going to take your little tail and cinch that circle up nice and tight. You should not have any space in the center, so get a good close look at it. Make sure you don't have any space showing. You can get nice and tight with the small thread. We're going to join our first row, so I'm going to put my hook through here. First row with a slip stitch in that first single crochet we made. So get your hook through that first single crochet and slip stitch to join the row. So this is a nice tiny little circle now. You can work over top of your short tail or you can leave it to the end and try to weave it in later. This is what we're going to do 5 times all the way around our little circle. So you have 5 single crochet and each of them is going to get a little star point. We're going to chain 3. You're going to skip that first chain from the hook. You're going to find the second chain and you're going to slip stitch into it. And then you're going to single crochet into the last chain. Then you're going to find the next stitch along your circle, so not the one that you just worked out of, the next stitch along your circle, and you're going to join with a slip stitch to that stitch. So one more time. We're going to chain 3, We're going to slip stitch into the second chain from the hook and single crochet into the last chain. Then we're going to find the next stitch along the center of our star, and we're going to slip stitch into it, and that anchors the little star point back along the edge of your star. So that's 2 points done. You want to do 3 more and you'll have a 5-pointed star, just like these little guys here. After you've worked 5 little points and you've joined your yarn or your thread back into the next stitch along the center of your star, it'll probably be the false stitch, or the little piece of a stitch that sits right below the first of your star points. There might be a little bit of a gap there, but don't worry, it's going to disappear. Then you can just trim your yarn. So snip it. You don't need much of a tail. So we are going to weave this in and fasten off. Now you can flip your star over and you can weave your tail in through some of those stitches around the back using your yarn needle. This is smaller work than normal, so be really patient. I find it helpful to pick up the loops of a few of the stitches, just a few, maybe 3 to start with, on the back of your star to begin. And then pick up a few more and just sort of work your way around the back of the star. You only need to do it back and forth 2 or 3 times. You can trim anything that's left over and your little star is finished. Before you glue or sew down your little appliques, I find it helpful to push it and pinch it, pull it even, into the shape that you want. So if you're making a little star like this one, you want to sharpen up those points by pinching them. Just sort of pull the whole thing into the star shape that you're looking for. And then you can decide on a layout for all of your little appliques. I like this little line of shooting stars that kind of leaves the crown of my hat and goes on a bit of a curve out to the edge. Then you can either pin them into place and sew them down, or just glue them down. Hot glue, fabric glue, or even crazy glue, as long as it's a glue that's really going to stick, because your hat is going to be out in the sun and you don't want that glue to get runny. And there you go, a cute little embellishment for your sun hat, either a new one or give an old one a new face. Now this little technique works with a lot of different appliques, and we've included an applique list in the description box down below. So if stars aren't your thing, check out our other applique tutorials and try using the same hook and the same sized yarn or crochet thread with one of those. We hope you had fun embellishing your sun hats along with us this week, and we will see you soon here on the Jayda and Stitches show. Until then, stay safe, stay crafty, and have a wonderful summery week, everybody! Bye! It's hot, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot.
Hi everybody! Mr. InStitches here. Thank you for watching today. Here are some of our other videos you might be interested in. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe.